What up, YouTube? We're back
a loaf
again
of bread,
with...
a container of milk, and a stick of butter. A loaf of milk, a container of bread, and a Joe Dirt DVD.
We're back with
Joe
more of
Dirt
this.
DVD, Scarlett Johansson, and Treasure from a Fish Tank.
Yeah, we're back with more of this. Thought I'd play Mermaid Song to introduce you. Today we're actually going to grind some golden animal crackers instead of opening boxes like we've done for the last century. But we are going to be... Oh. I need sugar. I need sugar. Oh, sugar. I ran out of sugar. That was bad timing. My bad. No, you're fine. You just interrupted my YouTube intro, but it's cool. That's why it's there. Okay, we need sugar from Pierre at some point. I am going to also stop by Ginger Island and go get some ginger. Welcome back to the stream, Avian. In case I forget to say welcome. Alright, I played Mermaid Song as a meme, but I'm definitely not starting on Mermaid Song, so let's roll with this one. Let's get a little summer beat going. Is it still warm for you guys? Wheresoever you may be from, I assume it's quite hot. It's been a hot month for me. In the throes of United States summer. Oh, and we lost another pineapple. Oh well. That'll happen. That'll happen. I had such a fun time today making new overlays, guys. I can't wait to show you them. I can't wait to show you my hard work. I can't wait to have a reason to share. I want to make sure that YouTube is doing what it's supposed to. I noticed that the YouTube relay bot is not... Hi, Generic Fruit. How you doing over there? The YouTube relay bot is not working anymore, which is interesting. I don't know why that's happening. It was kind of goofy. I don't know if people liked it or not. But we'll live. We gotta go buy some sugar from Pierre so we can make more ginger ale. I'll buy an obscene amount so I never have to do this again. YouTube streaming is funny is my only guess. I don't know. I'm not actually sure. Ah, yes. My pineapples. Give me some sugar. Give me some sugar.
Hey, Pierre, give me some sugar, baby. Come here. Let's just buy it. Yeah, that'll be enough. That'll do.
I'll look at the action. I got so much stuff going on behind the scenes now. It's a pretty active, technically advanced stream, I must say. Alright, now we're gonna sleep until we get a high daily luck roll because we want to only use like 10% plus luck days. 8.7%. I've been saying 9% at least, so we won't take that. It does make a meaningful difference. Oh, he hates us. That's right. Yeah. Shane hates us now that we don't talk to him anymore. I should probably... I mean, I can't think more dubs would hurt, so I should probably give him something. I think I have 999 pizzas. So close to done again, I'm getting excited. We are not touching the, we're not touching the situation with, I guess I can make him some pepper poppers. Yeah, screw it, I'll make him some pepper poppers. We are not touching the golden mystery boxes today, and I'm probably not going to do it until we're done with the golden animal crackers at this point. We are done with them in spirit. What was today's luck? 11.9%, good enough. Let's go. Let's go do some grinding. Let's hit this, see if we... Oh, we got a luck buff. Nice. Today's going to be really good. Oh, hang on. I'm learning where everything is. Wasting time. Wasting valuable time. That's what I do. What could the context possibly be? Hang on, I'm gonna show you. YouTube is confused at the title. I'm baiting again. Shift, if you found a way to break the challenge running mindset, I've spent all day trying to start a casual save, but I default to speed running brain halfway through. I tend to try to play the game in a way that, rewards me for being good at it, but also I don't like reset days. Like, I'll play the game as efficiently as I possibly can, and that's about it. Like, there's no need to reset days. If you find yourself, like, resetting a day in a casual run, you're already defeating yourself. Because the whole point of a casual run is just to enjoy yourself. So I draw the line at that. But aside from that, I mean, there's nothing wrong with using, you know, the animation canceling or taking advantage of the JoJo Mart early on. There's no reason you can't play the game strategically if that's how you want to play it. Just enjoy yourself. That's the whole point of the game in the first place. So user B, these are my orphans, in case you're wondering what the context could be. So guys, tonight the title is I could snap my fingers and these orphans would all cease to exist. I have drawn this quote from one of my favorite characters in the Avengers. Thanos, of course. There's just something about him. I don't know. He's just my favorite villain. And I feel like a real villain every time I come here to do this. I mean, the fact that we are literally profiting off of this abandoned orphan children makes me feel like Thanos, makes me feel like the villain of Stardew Valley. So that's the context. I understand now. I wish I didn't understand. Yeah, well, sometimes we ask questions that we don't want the answer to, or that we won't like the answer to. My lights earlier and I have to correct them. Chair, woo! Hi, Moondog, how you doing? No, you're not getting a long chair soliloquy tonight.
We need rest. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised.
I know, guys, I know. My flesh is spongy and bruised too, but we have to keep doing the orphan thing. Alright, at least the auto-petters are out of the way, for the most part. It would take us at most an hour to get 2 auto-petters, I think. So I think we're basically done there. And we can do that anytime we feel like just vibing out. Perfect time for the I'm sorry, little one. I'm literally writing and crossing out Thanos quotes that I can use. We probably have at least 7 more streams of me doing this. So, Thanos quotes inbound. What's the goal for the day on crackers? I bet we could get to 1250. 1225 at least. A lucky day would be like 1250. Of course, today we have remarkable luck, and I have yet to get even 5. You guys want to do a prediction? I like to wait for a few people to get here, so... but it looks like we've got some people pouring in now, which is good. So I'll start the first prediction right now. Let's say 20 golden animal crackers on the day. All right. And I'll give you guys like 5 minutes to roll it. Generic Fruit says, you know what? I'm joining Twitch. Aha! Nice method. Children have a good use now, says MJ Hole. Mule? Is that how you say that? Mule. I'm going to call you Mule. Yes, they are very useful if you use them this way. Apparently in 1.7 they're going to get a utility in addition to this, but I don't know if anything will really outweigh how valuable they are in this capacity. You'll be back in a minute as Generic Fruit the Second. Alrighty, Generic Fruit. Thanks for considering us on Twitch. I think you'll have a much more fun time over there. Sourdy Dough, how are you doing tonight? Welcome to the madness. Tonight you get to actually watch me do stuff. Generic Fruit the Second. Does it work? Yes, it does work. I love your name. Yep, you're here. He did not lie, yes. Generic Fruit, a man of his word. A fruit of his word. Or her. Still not really sure. Chose this one because Generic Fruit was taken. Aw. I had to corner the shiftesque tag on literally every platform, so that would never happen. So far, so good. I haven't been able to, or haven't been unable to get it on any platform yet. I just made a Reddit account for it. You added an underscore to it? Or you added was taken to it. I love it. I love it. I always forget that I just refer to you as Orb now, but I can see that. Your orb was taken. Now, normally I would think sourdough would be hard to get, but then you add the TY at the end, and that certainly does spice it up enough that you could probably get it pretty reliably. Strongly considering starting a second account for alternative content and calling it shiftesque. I'm not actually considering doing that. I wonder if shiftesque is taken though. It's such a strange pair of words that I don't feel like it would be taken, but who knows. One last brain cell is just your Minecraft user. My Minecraft user is misanthropic. I was pretty edgy when I made it that. How do you feel about tacos? Oh, wow. I do love an AMA style question. How do I feel about tacos? I fucking love tacos. I really do. I love tacos. I love them spicy. I think, like, everybody in my family hates me in some capacity because I make things way too spicy because that's how I like them. And tacos are no exception. That's why I'm not allowed to season the beef whenever we make tacos. Even Mrs. Shiv can't keep up with me, spice-wise. Spicy tacos are almost as good as this song. Yeah, I like a nice cheesy beefy taco with tomato salsa and plenty of spice in it, one way or another. I'll even just use Frank's Red Hot sometimes. They make this stuff called samba ulek. I know I'm butchering the pronunciation, but it's like a Chinese chili sauce. And it's incredibly spicy, but it's very sweet too. And it's one of my favorite things to spice things up with. Just a great general all-purpose spicer. Is a hot dog a taco, or is a taco a hot dog? I would think a hot dog is probably closer to a taco than vice versa. I am a very white person where I cannot handle spice in any capacity. My father, who is bald, loves spicy stuff. He turns into a tomato. My father, who is bald, the who is bald felt unnecessary there, but okay. I also have a bald father. just exposing the dad. I don't know. I never got the white people can't take spice thing because I'm the kind of I'm about as white as it gets. I'm that Irish Italian. But I definitely lean more Irish, and I gotta say, I can handle some spice. I have yet to meet someone of a different color who could present me with a dish that was too spicy for me, where they were like more impressed that I would eat it happily than than me say, no, I can't possibly have this. Mrs. Shift is around. I think she's busy doing some stuff. She's handling some chores down there. She might be in the garden. It's been raining all day. My father, who is white but not bald, also loves spice. Okay, so we're... My sister and I make fun of him whenever we can because he started balding at 25. I love it. Poor guy. Guys, I tell you what, one of my biggest fears is going bald. I'm gonna become a bandana guy, like, permanently. If I ever start, like, getting a little Norwood. Right now, I'm wearing a bandana just because my hair is wet, and it keeps my hair from getting tugged at by the headset. Got my camera bandana on for y'all. What you think? Sexy, right? Oh, yeah. I hope you don't go bald. I hope I don't go bald, too. Mrs. Shift also hopes I don't go bald. She's very invested in it. She's already researched rosemary oil, and we do that pretty regularly. She sits me down. I would do it myself, but she's so nice, does it for me. Fills up a little, like, comb-style bottle, specifically meant for this purpose, with rosemary-infused argan oil, and then just runs it through my hair, gets into the scalp, and feeds the follicles. I don't know if it works, but my hair feels really good whenever I do it, so. Hippie GG says, hi, first-time chatter. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Want to see me annihilate orphans? I don't know about that. Bald men are sexy to me. Well, eventually. Like, if I ever start getting the Norwood pattern and I have, like, a pretty nasty receding hairline, I'll just buzz it. I'll just go full bald. I'll go Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'll go Vin Diesel. Bruce Willis is another, yes, or Jason Statham, another good examples, yes. You could totally pull off bald as a man. Unfortunately, ladies can't pull off bald, so ladies, take care of your hair. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I can wear a wig. My dad likes browsing r/bald, and he knows where the line is. I love r/bald. I've never actually, obviously, I've never had a reason to navigate it, but I do see jokes about it all the time in my feed, and it's always someone being like, "Is it time?" And then they send the classic hand-on-shoulder meme with two bald guys looking at them like, "It's time." The bald community is so supportive of one another. I love that. No one else in your family went bald, just your father? Bro pulled a bad card from the deck. I want to go to a Pitbull concert because everyone is bald. What's that imply? Ooh, Dance of the Moonlight Jellies. You've never known him with a full head of hair. You were 3 when he started balding. That's awful. All the baby pictures are just him looking 10 years older than he probably was at the time. Red Crusader on YouTube says, as a rough estimate, how many children did you make orphans? I have a counter above my face cam there that says dubs. There's 104 here. That is not an estimate, that is an exact figure. It took me about 32 in-game years or 25 to 30 real-life hours of sleeping over and over again and gifting my spouse to keep them at a high heart level to roll enough children to do this with, if you want to replicate it. I do recommend doing it. It's the best way to grind trinkets, golden animal crackers, and golden mystery boxes in the game. Any late game farm would benefit from doing this. Why is shiftesque relay picking up some messages over and then so weird? My relay is, that's a lot, but still worth the effort. It's absolutely worth the effort. Honestly, if you just did 50, you'd probably be fine. This produces so many crackers and so many golden mystery boxes, you could easily just do this with 50. The key is having an iridium needle, though. It's like the only weapon that can handle this many monsters this quickly, and you have to have an auto clicker. I mean, you could try to do it yourself, but I would recommend just getting an auto clicker and toggling it on and off whenever you're doing it. $50 is not enough. It depends on what you're doing. If you just need like 30, 40 golden animal crackers, or even just 100 for some harebrained, ridiculous challenge, then you could realistically get them pretty easily with just 50. If you needed 2,500, I would recommend doing at least 100. What enchants do you put on the needles? So it has 3 forges with aquamarine, which bring up the crit chance to plus 14, which makes it a base 27-point-something% chance to crit every attack. And then we also added a plus 75 innate enchantment for crit power, so it already has plus 200. That plus 75 basically equates to a 250% increase to the crit table. I did all the math in the final video, and I do recommend tuning in for the final video when it does come, because I explain it all very in depth. I already wrote the script for it. It's actually a pretty interesting system that I never knew was so complex and deep. But basically, the gist of what you need to understand is that this needle with a +9 lux layout, which is what we normally have, and on a lucky day, the lucky day doesn't really matter. The real factor is the luck balance. You're gonna have roughly a 60 to 70% chance of critting on every attack. From my calculations, and then of course you'll also have, for each crit, a range of damage that's roughly 750 to 1280 per crit, which is insane. Did Automod grab that? That's funny. Guys, we got 17 golden animal crackers, so the doubters, you guys got a W on that one. We also, what was the luck on that day? I think it was like 11.7%, and then we got 17 crackers. So our average is still hovering around 20. I think when we're done doing this, we'll be able to safely say it's an average of 20. I'm gonna exit to title so I can despawn all of the junk that's over at the hut. You're definitely not allowed to say that, Orb. Definitely not allowed to say that, Orb. I thought a different message was the one that got blocked. I thought the ground beef, chicken, or short rib with soft, hard, and deep fried shells was the auto-modded message. Why not use a tent to skip walking there? I don't need to. It's not. I mean, we're not speedrunning. It's not going to save that much time. It's not going to be that meaningful, basically. He says, don't you have work to do? I do have work to do. But, you know. We have a very lucky day again. 9.2%. That is just high enough for me to go over there. Let's add some sumptuous hay to our... Oh boy, I always forget to feed them. I'm such a terrible owner. We are now at... I'm going to try to keep up with updating the golden animal cracker count once a day. We got 17, so that puts us at 1120. All right, back to it. Let's take that. Did you tell them that you optimized kill rate by experimenting with the auto clicker? No, I did not, but you know what? Let me just go in depth here. Clearly, there is some demand for my nerd talk. I don't want to bore people, but yeah, basically that's what we do. Apparently, someone I know just put their hand in burning battery acid. Okay. Now it's time for...
Medical advice with Shift.
Alright, guys. Guys, you can't put your hand in battery acid. Alright? You can't do it. You should not put your hand in battery acid. It's not good for you. Your hand will definitely not feel good after you do it. Yeah. I wouldn't do it, and you shouldn't do it. Thanks for coming to...
Medical advice with Shift.
Mrs. Shift said I would never use that, by the way. I was showing her that I made that, and she said I would never use it. Who's laughing now? Also, guys, I'm starting another prediction. 20 golden animal crackers today is the prediction. New stream cutaway. It's kind of like Family Guy. I like it. I like it. I had fun. I had fun making it. You guys, I never knew how useful HTML was until I started streaming. You gotta go? Alrighty, Mantis. Hopefully we see you later if you stop back in. Good luck with your fishing. Glad I gave you the chance to use that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't want to like force it at any point, but it kind of felt like a good opportunity. Yeah, don't put your hand in battery acid. Hopefully they're okay. I actually don't know what will happen if you do that. All I know is it's really, really bad. Likely you get an acid burn, a chemical burn from it that hurts like hell. Apparently chemical burns are some of the most painful damage one can receive to their operator shell. So yeah, basically the gist of this strategy is it's very dependent on a few factors. Obviously the setup is abandon as many children as you can so the game spawns them here in large droves for you to drop. I calculated that with, and assume all of this math is with a +9 luck buff. That's coming from +5 for magic rock candy, which you'll get plenty of because this produces golden mystery boxes at a massive rate. And you can exchange the golden mystery boxes, 20 of which you can exchange for 1 magic rock candy at the raccoon shop once you've maxed out the raccoons. And you'll probably pull roughly 900 to 1,000 golden mystery boxes a day from doing this. You only need 2 magic rock candy a day per grind, so it's a small investment of the drops that you'll get from doing it anyway. And then I recommend doing ginger ale with key seasoning on it from the key room. That'll give you a +2 luck buff on top of that. And since it's a beverage, it won't cancel out the magic rock candy, so you'll have +7 luck from there. And then of course you're also going to want to run a luck ring on both fingers, so you have +9 luck total. That's the floor. Sometimes you get a luck buff from the blessing statue, you'll get +10. And then during the desert festival, the 3 days that's active, I recommend going to the chef at the desert festival and picking up a rumpled fruit skin because you get +3 luck from that, and you'll get the absolute maximum luck buff that you can get in the game. It gives you an extra 3, giving you a total of +13, and it is meaningful when you are able to get it. That luck directly translates into a higher drop rate for golden mystery boxes and for golden animal crackers, but included with that, you also can factor in the daily luck buff, where you will, if your daily luck is roughly above 7.5%, it's worth going here and grinding. You'll probably average about 20 golden animal crackers a day and 900 to 1,000 golden mystery boxes a day with 100 doves. So that's the math in terms of drops. If you have the special charm buff, your daily luck buff is increased by 2.5% permanently, so the highest daily luck you can get in a range of -10 to 10% regularly actually goes from -7.5 to 12.5%. So your theoretical max daily luck is 12.5%, and your theoretical luck buff max is +13 with the rumpled fruit skin involved and a luck buff from the statue. All that factors in pretty meaningfully to the drop rate of these things, but the fact is you have to actually defeat them to get the drops at all. And the only way to really defeat them reliably, since they have 600 to 1,200 HP apiece, the game codes them in as a random number from 600 to 1,200. You need to do damage. You need to beat them in one shot, and there's no real way to beat them in one shot without a crit. There's no weapon in the game. Even the maxed out Infinity Gavel can only do roughly 370 damage per hit, and that knocks them back too, which is slow, so you're not going to do that. The best thing you can do is depend on crits. So you need to first build an Iridium Needle. The Iridium Needle is the best weapon for a crit build in the game because it has this thing on it, which is +200 crit power. The game factors that in as a 200% increase to whatever the crit damage normally would have been. All right, crits are 3 times the damage of your base. So normally this thing only does 20 to 35 damage. It's a pushover, it's a little baby. But if you max out the crit power on it by giving it an innate enchantment of +75 and the regular enchantment that it's attached to it at the base, which is +200, the highest in the game, and you increase the crit chance rate as much as possible by having the Scout Profession, which gives you a 1.5 times likelihood to your crit chances, you will have, at that point, using the Aquamarine Forge and as much luck as possible, a 60 to 70% crit rate, and you will be dishing out damage if you're using Desperado at a range of 780. Desperado is the profession that doubles your crits in terms of damage, so you'll be hitting for about 780 to 1,200 damage per hit. That is the explanation. If you use an auto clicker, you will be able to maximize how many crit rolls you get. And the reason is because the dagger class is the only weapon in the game that has no animation lag. So you can use it theoretically as quickly as you can click. Now, most auto clickers will stop you at about 1,000 clicks per second. You don't need to go faster than that, but theoretically you could. I recommend getting a regular auto clicker, setting it to 1 millisecond, which is 1,000 milliseconds per second, means it'll click 1,000 times per second. And you should be able to turn an entire flock of dubs into butter if you're using the right iridium needle build. That's the explanation. That's how it works. So that's why I titled today, I could snap my fingers and these orphans would all cease to exist, because effectively that's what I'm doing. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. What were you guys talking about? Glad I gave you the chance to use it. There's a reason chemical warfare is against the Geneva Convention. Had a battery blow up and he just fucking smacked it. Oh, that sucks. The vampire enchant is to not die from the damage. Yes, I'm also rocking a vampire ring to make totally sure, but it's not really a big deal. They do hit for a pretty large chunk, but they're not in any meaningful way ever going to defeat me. As long as I keep hitting them, they'll never take me down. We have a vat of hot chemicals at work, and they show a safety video with actual injuries, and that fucked me up. That sounds like a horror movie. Mobile users can use auto attack setting, right? I have no idea. So the trouble with this build is that I am a PC user, so I am playing on PC. I am not quite sure what tools you would need to facilitate this on other platforms. I don't know if the Nintendo Switch, I don't know if any handheld or mobile platforms would allow you to use an auto clicker, in which case I would definitely recommend only getting like 50 dubs here max, because past 100 it becomes quite excessive, and the likelihood of you being able to handle them at the rate they fly at you, it gets pretty low because there's so many of them and they do dish a lot of damage out. You guys are making me think of Fight Club with all this chemical burn talk. You guys like Fight Club? Fight Club? Fight Club. Somebody should make a movie called Fight Club and make it about a bear that boxes. It'd be awesome. But yeah, Fight Club. Love Fight Club. It's okay, we're allowed to talk about Fight Club. Ed Norton is a national treasure of an actor. Brad Pitt's okay. You love Fight Club? Watched it without knowing anything about it the first time? Normally people watch movies for the first time. They don't know anything about them. I would hope. But no, I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I did too, and it was a total mindfuck for me. It absolutely threw me for a major loop. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it. Anybody who hasn't seen Fight Club, I highly recommend going to watch Fight Club. I'm not sure what you can stream it on, but you can probably pirate it. Although I wouldn't advocate for stealing a movie from online. 1 second, guys. My room either exists in a constant state of too hot or too cold and no in between. Oh man. Oh, excuse me. Who did that? It wasn't me. Love a good burp. What are the pirate flags for? Oh, the other ring that I am running for this build is a Savage ring. At first I was rolling with a warrior ring because it gives you a +10 attack buff, but I learned that it really wasn't meaningful. The buff that you get from the savage ring though is a lot more valuable. So the savage ring, if you're not privy to it, gives you a short speed boost whenever you slay a monster, right? So that speed boost is +2. It's very helpful because it allows me to go in and out a few more times every day when I'm doing this. So that is another piece of the build. The savage ring. Oh, the what? The burp counter? Yeah, the burp dividend. Oh, guys, he doesn't know what the burp dividend is. Won't the burglar ring be useful too? So the burglar ring is not useful, apparently. I've never tried it. I learned this from a certified nerd at the game. And apparently, the burglar ring... You know what? I want to test it, because I don't trust Mantis now. I'm sitting here thinking, why would the burglar ring drop more bat wings? I don't think Mantis knew what they were talking about. I want to try the burglar ring now, guys. I'm curious. Anybody else curious? I'm curious. Like, why would the burglar ring not drop more golden animal crackers and stuff? I do have a mini forge, don't worry. The burglar ring, there's not been a single batwing dropped on this floor. Orb, I'm telling you, there's no batwings. So why the fuck, and I mean this politely, there's no batwings. There aren't batwings on this floor. There's never been a batwing on this floor. I don't think batwings are in the Cursed Dolls loot table. So why would it not just increase the drop rate of golden animal crackers? I'm really seriously thinking, why have I not been using a burglar ring this whole time? We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it tomorrow. Could you guys imagine if we get 40 golden animal crackers a day? It should work. Absolutely. And you know what? We don't even really need the vampire ring. We have vampiric on the needle, so the vampire ring can probably be benched. See, this is why I like having an opportunity to yap and yammer on about the setup, because as I'm talking about it, I'm thinking, huh, wait, no, we might, there might be something we could fix here. The doves don't drop bat wings, so... Does it really change the odds for doves since they only drop high-value loot? It might. There might be... It very well might. I don't see why it wouldn't, honestly. And honestly, I don't think we're having a health problem anyway, so we really don't need vampiric on here. It's not like there's a better enchantment for the needle than vampiric, so... The answer is really to switch out the vampire ring and see if there's something better for it anyways. 2 burglar rings on the go, Marlin. What would bat wings have to do with it? I remember when I was asking about this, because I might have missed this part. The cursed dolls are coded into the game as iridium bats. They're literally iridium bats, just reskinned. But the game also gives them 2 to 4 times the HP of an iridium bat. The iridium bats have 300 HP. Usually, that's why they have 600, 1200 HP. I don't know if it ups their damage or not. I wasn't able to figure that out, but I do know that much. So the game does code them as, it recognizes them as bats. But they don't drop bat wings. The board demands science. I agree. Guys, have we just been like freaking kneecapping ourselves this entire time? Also, believers, you guys are styling right now. There's no way we don't get a 20th golden animal cracker. The burglar ring does affect golden animal crackers. Oh, man. Oh, man. Guys, what are we doing? We probably could have been done at this rate then. With the golden animal cracker. We would, assuming it works, we would have had 2,240 roughly by now. What are we doing? Red Crusader says, my guess is the burglar ring takes from the iridium bat loot table instead of the dove loot table. That could be. That's a very, no, that sounds like something that could be possible. If it works, you're gonna have to forge 2 burglar / luck rings. Can someone check real quick, or can someone comment on this? I believe 2 burglar rings don't work. I think only one. You can only get the benefit from 1 burglar ring at a time. I might be wrong. Can someone check this on the wiki, or even just let me know if they know this? Oh, you're being silly. Okay, good. You can't get 2 in 1 save? Yes, you can. You can buy burglar rings from the Adventurers Guild. We also just got our 20th golden animal cracker. Congratulations to believers. You guys are getting paid. Good work on believing. Love me some believers. Always learn something new from this stream, because we're nerding out here. The effect does not stack with 2 burglar rings equipped. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I had read that once. We've literally been sleeping on glory. I know. I swear, if this works, I'm gonna actually like puke in a happy way. I'll almost be sad. I know. Believe me, because then at that point, we actually might have been at the point where we could just fast sleep and build coops. Which is going to be a logistical nightmare, by the way. Absolute logistical nightmare. Like, I know that we're talking about, oh, once we get the crackers and the petters, it's going to be a cinch. But no, it's going to actually be a fucking nightmare. I've already thought about this. I have no freaking idea how I'm going to manage that many coops. They're going to all be on top of each other. It's going to be a freaking mess. It's going to be miserable. We'll use the same 12 accessible coops to fill up all the others. 24 golden animal crackers, not bad. So many dead orphans lost their lives for nothing again. Tragic and kind of funny. All right, let's relog so we despawn all that stuff over there. Who's Wand of Sparking? My favorite rings are the luck rings. because the luck rings are busted. There is a tick blade used to warp around using stacks of mini obelisks. I always thought there could only be 2 mini obelisks. Are you saying you can warp between mini obelisks? Is that real? Oh man, we really depressed Shane. Poor Shane. Poor little Shaney poo.
Always taken _ just gifted 5 subs.
Orb, thank you. Thanks for gifting subs to some of the newbies. Oh, you didn't? Oh, you did give one. All right, good. Generic fruit, you got a gifted sub. Congratulations. And to all the other people, thank you very much. Make sure you thank Orb. All right, 24 more golden animal crackers puts us at 144. All right. Yep. I think 1144, somewhere like that. All right, well, guys, it's the moment of truth. Let's see if we are gonna. This is crazy. This is insane. Could you imagine? The guy who collected every item in Stardew 1.5, 6, and 1.6 expanded. Oh, I see. You know what? You've also spurred my interest. Are work boots? I swear I just threw away a pair of work boots in the game. That's funny. Are work boots really that rare? All right, hang on. Let's make some mini warp obelisks and see if we can make that work. I'll have to look into the tech, because that could be valuable. Hardwood, solar essence, gold bars. Gosh darn it. I'm so unorganized. I'm like the least organized person who's ever been good at this game. All right, hang on. Let's see. Oh, you can only place 2. Okay, well, what if I put them like... Oh, crap, I didn't want to name a chicken. Let's name it generic fruit. Generic fruit. I think we already did that. Actually, no, we already have a generic fruit. Sorry, generic fruit. But yeah, Chithrus. Someone just commented something, so we're gonna name a chicken after them so they stay. Hi, Mithras. How you doing? You're supposed to blow one up with a bomb. After you warp, you can set another one along with a return scepter. Interesting. All right, well, I'll have to investigate that because that's very interesting. We'll keep these in here for now. All right, we are wearing now the burglar ring and the savage ring. We'll see if this affects our luck or not. We're gonna sleep for a nice lucky day. I also should have checked this. I think it was 9.2 and we got 24. Not lucky enough. I'd love to see the video on that. That could be really useful, but can you put warp obelisks inside of buildings? He's warming up to me. I want him to adopt more babies. They do have to be outside. I haven't placed one inside before. It could still be useful. We'll see. What's the luck? 7.2%, not enough. Plus 8%? Not enough. Hmm? 9.1%. We'll take that. All right. I gotta try Terraria out one day. A lot of Stardew YouTubers do both. Oh, hang on. All right. Let's see if this works. I am very curious. Also didn't even hit my freaking luck statue. Oh, whatever. Oh boy, moment of truth. We're getting bat wings. We're getting bat wings. Oh no. We definitely don't want that. We definitely do not want that. I suspect that this is what we were warned of. But now it's good to know. Yep, Mantis was absolutely right. Look, it's good. You shouldn't take people's... God, look at all those freaking bat wings. You shouldn't take people's experts' opinions at face value, right? Sometimes the experts are right. All right, don't get me wrong. Sometimes they're right. But sometimes it's valuable to test things out on your own. You know, don't jump off a bridge. Now it's time for...
Medical advice with Shift.
You definitely should not jump off bridges. Okay, you don't need to test that yourself. Thanks for coming to Medical Advice with Shift. All right. You will die. I don't know. I really don't feel like we need the vampire ring. Like, I feel like it's not even doing anything. So now the question is, like, what other ring should I use? Does the savage ring stack? Can anyone tell me if the savage ring stacks? Hang on, guys. I'm going to do a quick wiki search. I want to see this. It provides no additional benefit. Got it. I'm thinking the best option, because the vampire ring's not really doing anything, at least the iridium band would help us reach more drops that might drop out of our grab range. So napalm ring wouldn't help because it knocks them back. So it really wouldn't do anything. It would just disrupt our flow. Damn. I guess I will think about this for now, because we can always reforge it after, but let's put the iridium band on for now. Yeah, all right. Well, at least we tested it, guys. Hey, you know, that's sometimes you do science and it works out, and other times you do science and it doesn't work out. That's the science can be a cruel mistress. All right, let's get back to work. I'm going to start another prediction, guys. Aside from our small side quest of going back to unforge that ring, I do think it's within the bounds of possibility to still get 20 golden animal crackers. We've only lost about an in-game hour. Shift Nye, the science guy. I got to make an overlay that does that now. Shift, 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 shift. The only reason napalm ring wouldn't work is because it would knock them back. I am certain it would knock them back and create more trouble than it's worth. We want them flowing in a straight line to us as quickly as possible. That's why the chair's there. because it keeps their path as uniform as I can get it. Get goggles for the occasion because safety is a #1 priority. Always. Always. Safety first. I agree. Guys, what should the sub goal be at 100? I haven't even thought about this, but as we inch closer to it, I'm wondering, like, geez, there's really... That number is getting higher than I ever anticipated. Oh, I'm glad your tacos were very, very good. That's great. I haven't met a bad taco. I've met an average taco. Most tacos I've met are good tacos. All I've talked about today is my bald father and tacos. No, you've contributed very tremendously to the conversation today. I appreciate that, Sourdough. You're usually a little lurky. It's good to have you yapping. The good news is all this grinding is valuable because we do need the money. For our final goal, we're going to need a lot of money. No two ways about it. I hope we're all still on the same page about filling the entire map up with golden clocks. Has anyone seen Remember the Titans? I think I have. That's a great idea. They should add shoes that increase speed. Why are there no shoes? But you know what? I don't think anyone would ever wear anything else. Past a certain point, I could certainly see that becoming a bit of a cheese tactic for speedrunners. The Hermes shoes with wings on them? Yes, that would be the perfect candidate. Are those actually in the game? I have no idea. I don't really do clothing in the game. Give them negative defense. Yes, make them like a horrible trade-off. That's a good idea. That's a valid point. You could just outrun all the enemies and then it would be pointless. But it's a strategy. It's not like it's busted. You were just thinking design-wise. Make them some Lightning McQueen light-up sneakers. Disney should sponsor Stardew Valley. Ka-chow! Guys, I'm hungry. I gotta tell you what I had. I had early dinner today. So we had dinner at like 3 p.m. And I had a ribeye steak. Fantastic. Try not to have more than one a week, but I got a lot of them on sale like 2 months back, so I have them in my freezer just looking at me, waiting for me to devour them. And on top of that, I also had some sauteed spinach with garlic. Super simple. Not impressive in any way. And then I had the Little Potato Co. baby potatoes roasted with bacon. And some roasted bacon cauliflower because we had it and we had to use it. I gotta say, it was pretty nutritious, pretty balanced meal. I feel pretty good, but I'm not gonna lie. It's been like almost 5 hours now and I'm pretty hungry. I might have to resort to the emergency closet beef jerky that I have stashed in here. I'll probably play Terraria one day. I actually think I own it, but I've never actually loaded it up or played it. Sourdo's internet is booty. This just in. Yeah, that's strange. It's funny that the feed's coming in faster than the actual chat. You're terrified of Terraria? Apparently Terraria is very difficult, depending on which settings you play with. It sounds like a game we should try and break, but we do Stardew around here for now. At least until we become what I like to call algorithm proof, which I don't know if we'll ever get. Fred's been pretty quiet today. Oh, there are secret seeds in Terraria? That's interesting. What, do they like set you up in different ways? Or do they pose some additional challenge? How does Terraria actually work? I'm genuinely curious. Like, what's the point of the game? Is it kind of like more Minecraft? Is it more of a farming game? What is it? What are we talking here? Late game Terraria on Master Mode is not for the weak. Interesting. It's kind of like a boss fight thing, right? Like, there's a lot of bosses in it, I know of. But isn't the game like on a 2D plane? Like, everything's two-dimensional. There's only left, right, and down. Is that the idea? It's a lot of combat. Yeah, that's what that is what I immediately know about. Is it's a very combat-based game. But on a 2D scale, I think to myself, like, how complex can it be? How difficult can it be? Is it like a shoot 'em up where you're just jumping over the enemy's projectiles and then you roll up on them when they're done with their wave? I might be using the wrong term for that. I don't know if it's shoot 'em up. I think it's called something else. I might be wrong. Probably am wrong. I have ometophobia, a phobia of eyes. So the fact that there's flying eyeballs and like one of the first bosses is just bigger flying eyes, no, that's a terrible phobia. That is a horrible phobia to have. You probably wouldn't like biblical angels. Don't look up biblical angels. Whatever you do. Don't look up what a throne is. Why did you censor part of the word I? Eye contact must be a nightmare. I can't look people in the eyes. It's great. That's horrible. That is a horrible ailment to have. How do you farm aura off them? How do you frame mog someone? You can't look them in the eyes when you're frame mogging them. That's terrible. I'm sorry. Terraria has a lot of mods like Calamity, which expand the game too much. Stardew has mods like that. Sometimes I think, like, do you really need to expand such a complete game? But people find a way to do it. Can't do contact lenses. Showers are so rough because if anything gets near my face, I'm now just sat panicking for 20 minutes. Aha. Wait, are you scared of your own eyes? Forgive me if any of my questions are insensitive. I am genuinely curious about this. You're scared of touching eyes. There was this one really bad show. It was like a Halloween special or something on Nickelodeon, and it was like a monster house, and there was like a bowl of spaghetti and eyeballs in it that I remember. I imagine that was probably the core memory that caused this for you. I'm sorry. It made me squeamish too, actually. And they ate them right there. It was like a children's show, and they ate them. They ate the eyeballs. They just ate them. I apologize if I'm causing you extreme discomfort talking about this. Stop traumatizing your viewers. I'm very sorry. I apologize. I'm very sorry. I feel like this challenge has, like, really dragged on. Like, I need to be building some coops. You know what we're gonna do? I think we should start alternating. I think what we'll do is we'll alternate, because we have plenty of golden animal crackers and auto petters now. Let's alternate deluxe coop days and golden animal cracker grinding days, all right? Maybe next stream, I'll actually start speed running, building as many coops as I can. And that way we'll feel like we're making some progress and seeing other parts of the valley. Because I'm also getting tired of walking in and out of this room over and over again. When I was taking a psych class in high school, we watched an eyeball dissection, fully just left the room. That's horrible. It's kind of ironic that it was a psych class, too. Because it caused psychological damage to you. Once my niece found a spider in the living room and started screaming like there was a chainsaw murder. Mrs. Shift has a pet spider. I'm more scared of spiders than she is. She has one of those jumping spiders. In fact, she has two of them. One's small and the other's like massive. One's like the size of probably my thumbprint. And she feeds it like crickets and fruit flies and stuff that she catches near our compost in the backyard. It's incredible. Such commitment from her. I like spiders to a degree. I just don't like them crawling on me. The dreaded spider that skins you alive on sight. I'm glad I haven't met that one yet. Most of them are pretty chill. I probably wouldn't want a Black Widow camping out in my sleeping bag with me, but I don't like get skeeved out at the sight of spiders. Mrs. Shift seems to love them. She thinks they're cute. You were scared of ladybugs? Oh my god. Why? They're so cute. They eat aphids. They're really good. If you have like an aphid infestation in your garden, you can just release a few ladybugs and they'll make quick work of, they'll nom them down. They'll eat them. I know someone with a praying mantis and it's the cutest little guy. Aww. I love praying mantises. They are some of my favorite bugs. I have not seen Lucas the Spider. I don't know what that is, but have you heard of Itsy Bitsy Spider? The Itsy Bitsy Spider. Hang on.
The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out.
Classic. That one was a banger. 4-year-old me freaking loved that one. What do I know about Little Miss Muffet? Well, I know she sat on a tuffet. I don't even know what a tuffet is.
You need to leave!
I need to leave because I sang Itsy Bitsy Spider. Hi, Neat. Thanks for playing our third sound effect of the night. Guys, I've never seen so few sound effects get played. I see you guys are, the leaving emote. I love that. This is shit. I see you guys are, it feels like we have a different chat tonight. I don't know where my regulars are, but I'm liking the chat with the newer people. Do you guys like hearing fart sounds by any chance? Did you guys know you can play a fart sound for 300 points? Oh, that's what it was. I couldn't remember the rest of it. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds.
And wait, along came a spider.
The hostile voice takeover. Vocal control has been suspended for the next 200 seconds.
everyone.
Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of that.
God damn it. I did not want you to spend your points on this. This is ridiculous. How dare you take over my voice? Alright, anyway. Eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Yeah. I remember it like that. Something like that. It might have been a little different when I was in diapers, but yeah, basically the gist. Worth? Yeah, well spent, 2,500. I made it an expensive one. Speaking of animal shift, do you have any allergy to one? I'm allergic to, what can I say, man? I'm allergic to,
Your staff is
nothing.
dying down here. Is that metal?
Hang on, this one's a long one.
Contradictory, but it's very metal.
Is it metal to have your drains clogged with dead, rotting employees?
Yeah, it is, actually.
Metal. Is it metal for none of you to care at all?
Yeah, it's way more metal if we don't care about it.
Well, I guess I didn't know all that stuff was metal. Anyway.
Metal. Yeah, of course that's metal. Metal. Okay, we need to add 12 to our golden animal cracker count, putting us at 1156. Is it metal to be scared of ladybugs and eyes? I'm afraid that is not metal. That's pretty weenie. That's, I don't mean to disparage anybody, because I currently sound like Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks, but, so I'm probably not the person who should be delivering this news, but if you're scared of spiders, you should be eating at Weenie Hut Junior's. How do I fix your voice? You don't? Unfortunately, this is my voice for the next 64 seconds. This is a hostile voice takeover. So, this is one of the rewards you can exchange on Twitch. So, no, back to the question about if I have any allergies to animals. I do not. I don't have any allergies to animals.
Hi, everybody!
Hi, Dr. Nick! Hi, everybody!
I love lamp. I love lamp.
I love lamp. I love lamp. I love lamp. Oh, he really hates me. Why is it so hard to love my husband? I'm allergic to avocado and pollen. I guess I'm allergic to pollen, but Mrs. Shift is much more allergic to stuff like that than I am.
7%? What do I look like? That's not enough. Where is that pizza I bought? I know I have 999 pizza just sitting around. Ah, there it is. This is fantastic. Great. Okay, good. Now I can kind of love my husband. I'm gonna go check the Ginger Island for ginger. That sucks being allergic to avocado. That's a debilitating illness. I'm very sorry about that. I love avocados. Picture how sad life would be without guacamole. Guacamole. Pollen season comes, I die. It's horrible. Knew a girl that was allergic to chocolate. God. To shreds, you say? Being allergic to peanuts really sucks. Because I freaking love peanut butter. Like, I could not. I'm very sorry to hear that. Quack. I like that word. I don't even know the reference. Speaking of chocolate, I could go for some of that chocolate we have downstairs, Mrs. Shift. I'm seriously, strongly considering closet jerky right now. It might be closet jerky time. Alright, I've repaired my relationship with Shane, so now he might ask me to do some, more adopting now. Eat a whole bag of Doritos. Guys, I have a stash of potato chips and Doritos for emergencies in my closet. It just so happens I've been having a lot of emergencies lately. So I eat them more often than I probably should. Her mom bought her a brand new Audi. Yeah, I think she's okay. Yeah, I think, yeah. Hell, I'd rather... That's like a would you rather. Would you rather get a free Audi and be allergic to chocolate your whole life, or get to eat chocolate? That's a... What Audi, specifically? I'm not asking, it's for the bit. Gotta go on a cheeseburger mission? Ugh. Cheeseburger. Yeah, let me get double with double the cheese and double. Make sure you double it too. I want double that on that. Double tomato. Yeah, guys, I'm getting a call from your mom. Ethan, welcome. Joining by playing a Discord sound. How tongue-in-cheek. Would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or a duck-sized horse? I'm gonna go with the duck-sized horse. I have a feeling that a horse-sized duck would be quite damaging to my ego and my body. Yeah, that's a pretty easy one because, like, could you imagine? Look at the size of him! Look at the bones! Audi SUV, oh my god. You've saved 300 staircases for a Deep Skull Cavern run? That's nice. It's really nice. Good luck. Go far. What is that? Oh, 5 bits. Thank you very much. Thank you very kindly. I appreciate that. Oh, we got a luck buff. We got a nice lucky day. What's our luck today? 10.9%? Alrighty, guys. Oh, I never fucking resolved the last one. We didn't get to that one. Alright. 20 golden animal crackers today? That is the question. That's the $1 million question. Could you imagine a horse-sized duck breast? Oh my god, I would go to town. The fat cap, oh, guys, I don't know where to get duck. I watch a lot of MasterChef. I watch a lot of cooking shows, and I know how to make a steak. I know how to make pretty much all the stuff, but I don't know where to get duck so I can learn how to cook duck, and it makes me sad sometimes because I want to try duck. It looks good. I've had it like once or twice, but I just look at that big, fat, juicy cap. Oh, it looks so good. I want duck. Find an actual butcher, they will know. There is a mom and pop old head butcher down the way. Sourdough would hate the man there because he's got a glass eye. Nice people, though. It's been a while since we went there. We got good steaks, but a little far out of our way. I was reading Alex's dialogue on the wiki, and I'm like, Gaston, is that you? Alex does kind of sound like Gaston. Gaston! I think that big duck can slice me in half with its beak. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A horse-sized duck would be just absolutely outrageous. Alright, would you guys rather go toe-to-toe with a tiger or a bear, and why? Like, if you had to, if you were in a survival situation, and you had to take on one or the other, what would you, who are you taking? You taking the bear or the tiger? What type of grizzly bear? Grizzly bear, Bengal tiger. A tiger, it'd kill me quicker. That's funny that you both had the same exact answer. I see. Have you guys seen Revenant with Leo DiCaprio? Probably bears because I remember tips on how to survive one. What's the tip? Don't climb trees, I know that. Do I get to bring any weapons or just my fist? Okay, guys, you get one weapon. One weapon of your choice, but it cannot be a one that involves gunpowder. I personally choose Guts' sword from Berserk. I choose Mewtwo. Mewtwo beats everyone. I love that. Pro tip, don't be near bears. Sometimes it's a choice, and other times you get snuck up on one by one. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. The 3 important B's of all young men's lives. I will take the bear. I think it's not Smart Hunter like Tiger. Alright, you actually took the question at face value. I like that. Very brave. I picked the Tiger. I picked the Tiger for 2 reasons, okay? 1, because I've always wanted to tame a tiger. And 2, because it's probably going to be a little bit easier to tame the tiger than the bear. The bear would just destroy me. I think the bear has like easily 800 pounds on a tiger. A long spear versus a bear? Okay. And now Neat is the only one of you guys who says I'd take tiger. I think I could kill that over the bear. See, so Neat is with me on the side of I'm sure I could manage. You're not taming a wild tiger, but I like your enthusiasm. No. See, first, I would beat it, right? But I wouldn't kill it. I would just beat it, right? Because that's how you assert the first level of dominance. And then it would be scared and spooked, right? And my weapon of choice would be a chain, okay? That way, I can whip it, right, to afflict damage. But also, I can use it as a leash when I'm done. Yep. It'd be a long process, but I'm sure I could do it as long as I didn't turn my back to it at any point. A tiger will kill you before you even know it's there. I love this conversation. This has really livened things up for me. I'm going to ask you guys more would you rathers after this. Does a nuclear bomb involve gunpowder? No. No, however, if you were to set that off, I would hope that you were at least 50 miles away from where it went off. Step 1 of any fight, know your limits. I know my limits are death and maybe petting a bear. So you choose the bear, I see. You would end up as a tightly coiled, steaming pile of tiger shift. Love it. Oh, that's a good one. Tiger shift. Okay. All right. Throw the tiger and bear question aside. Obviously, both would suck. Here's the next one, okay? Would you rather be lost at sea or lost in a desert, in the middle of a desert? You can only bring one thing with you to either event. The raft is obviously not... The raft is inclusive in being lost at sea. You do get to have a raft, but it's a shitty raft that you have to constantly take water out of. Desert, I can survive. I'd bring a mirror for signaling. Oh, very good. Very good. So you're a thinker. I think it's funny that you can tame the tiger and the bear with enough salmon. You probably could. Actually, yeah. Can my weapon be salmon for that fight? Never mind. Desert, I have thalassophobia. I also have thalassophobia. I think I would pick the desert too. I don't want to be out in the open sea. That does not vibe well with me. You said, see, you hate the heat with a passion. I got news for you. It's going to be hot out in the ocean, too. Well, I guess it depends on which ocean. You probably want to be out in a hot ocean because a cold ocean, you just die. You're not going to be able to have a fire in a cold ocean. I'd bring my best friend and we'd yap at the sea. Desert, I've been on the ocean, and that will kill you faster if you don't know what you're doing. I think the ocean would definitely be the taller task. At least the desert, you might be able to get away if you find a few useful cacti around you, or scorpions to eat. By the way, I don't know if anybody here was part of the conversation a few weeks back when it was recommended that I watch Survivor Man with Les Stroud, but I have been watching Survivor Man, and I really like it. It's really good. This is what spurred this question. Lived in the Mojave Desert. Took many survival classes when I was a young dude. Yeah, the mirror signal is a good idea. I never thought about that. You've seen Life of Pi enough times. You're not allowed to take a tiger with you, though. I remember seeing the trailer for Life of Pi and thinking it was so gratuitous. Like, oh, okay. All right, so he's lost at sea. That sucks. But there's also a tiger with him. Oh, no. Like, it just gets worse. Desert, and I'm bringing the robot from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I don't get the reference. That's a shame. Are you gonna make it rain food? Is that what you're saying? Never use cactus. You only speed up dehydrating and kidney failure. Mr. Stroud said that it's slimy, and it, yes, exactly, will advance your dehydrative state. It will rain food. The Life of Pi book. A solar still? I don't... Like for distilling water? What are we talking here? Sounds like an interesting concept. Damp dirt or vegetation. So I'm assuming this is for getting drinking water. I'm changing my answer. I would still be at sea, but I would bring my boss because he could tell me what to do and we would also yap. Okay. Or you could just eat him. Probably be a tasty treat. To capture the water, yes, you dig a hole, put anything with moisture in it, you cover it with a clear plastic, and water will condense on the plastic. Oh, I see. Probably not much. You might get a little sip here and there, but anything's valuable in the desert. Four ounces of water is better than 0 ounces of water? Yes. For sure. So my favorite Survivor Man episode so far has been the one where he was lost at sea. It was absolutely like... I also really liked the one where he was in the Canadian Arctic. Both of them, very little happened. It was just kind of a tragic, like, just awful situation for him. But the one where he was lost at sea, he, like, had 2 rafts, right? So he had one for sleeping in that was a dinghy. It was like the emergency survivor raft for if one or the other really sprung a bad leak, then the other would be more useful. But the survival raft that he had, basically, he had to blow air into it every 20 minutes, and it had a small leak, so it was taking on water that he would have to, I think he called bail it out. And I just thought about it, I was like, wow, that's just horrendous. I mean, just an awful time. And he put himself through it for like 7 days. He found an island like 2 days before the end of the challenge. But there was a nasty thunderstorm that came through at one point. He got lost. He was supposed to be getting spotted by a sailor. It was just agony. It really made me think about it. I was like, I don't want to be anywhere near the ocean in a survival situation. Unless I'm like on the shore benefiting from like food in it. You didn't specify which type of desert. I live in a desert. A gentle desert with greenery and no sand, but a desert nonetheless. Yeah. I mean, I was thinking like Sahara. I was thinking like nothing. Hot desert and sand dunes and nothing else, but that would be kind of unrealistic for survival. I'm getting an absolute buttload of golden animal crackers right now. I gotta redeem the prediction because we blew past 20. So believers are getting paid. We have 25 already. We still have all night to go in the game. I also liked the Canadian Arctic one, though, because he was actually out there. He had some seal meat with him. He was, like, basically cosplaying as a lost Eskimo whose snowmobile broke down. Yeah, Death Valley, I could kind of... I see what you're talking about, the difference. Yeah, they're 2 completely different animals in terms of desert. Used to mine gypsum next to Death Valley. It's brutal. Isn't it like the hottest place pretty much on Earth? I don't know where I heard this. I could be totally wrong, but I thought like that Death Valley was known for recording one of the hottest on Earth temperatures ever. At like 131 degrees Fahrenheit or something. Like surface temperatures. Oh wow, I'm right? God. Sometimes the esoteric knowledge pays off. And sticks. There's a reason they call it Death Valley, though. Could you imagine living there? Does anybody ever actually, like... Or, I guess, has anyone ever actually, like, made a town? Like, how does this... Alright, I don't know much about the geography of it. I just know it's a place that's, like, where is it? Near Arizona, I assume? New Mexico, California, in that region? 131 degrees Fahrenheit, C. I don't know what gypsum is, but I assume it's some form of rock. Okay, Nevada, parts of California. Okay, I see. Just an absolutely horrendous time. I mean, it's probably a dry heat. I hate humidity and heat combined. I've never really experienced the dry kind of heat that you get in that region of the country, but I can't imagine it's really that much of a positive difference. Ah, drips. Okay. I know I've heard of it, but I didn't know that's what it did. Okay, I see. What they make drywall out of. There must be some geographical phenomenon making it that hot, because that's just insane. What desert are you talking about, generic fruit? Did you mention it already and I missed it? It was 116 in Vegas last week with 14% humidity, and you feel like you're gonna drop. Yeah, 116 is insane, and 14% is like nothing. So yeah, that goes to show. Humidity doesn't really matter too much. Anybody from Florida will tell you that, oh no, our heat's the worst. Obviously, I wouldn't want you to dox your location. Somewhere in Washington, though. Interesting. I didn't know Washington had deserts. Isn't Washington like the northernmost state on the West Coast? All right, guys. We absolutely smashed the prior record, I think. We got 34. We've never gotten, so far since I've been recording it, 34 in a single shot in a single day. That's a lot of golden animal crackers. That's definitely going to help. Feels good. Feels good indeed. We'll exit to despawn all that stuff over there, and then we'll load back in. Humidity is dangerous because it inhibits your body's ability to properly thermoregulate. You can't sweat. I have heard of this. Something to do with the dew point. It's been quite humid in Pennsylvania this year, I'll say that much. We got an extra 34 crackers, putting us at 1190. Almost at the halfway point. We might surpass the halfway point tonight. Let's go get some more, let's go get some more ginger. I'm used to under 10%. I'm such a lizard now. That is a high desert forest area. Yes, desert just means low rainfall. Oh, I see. I always thought desert meant like sand and dead shit everywhere. Cactuses. Don't forget about cactuses. Like the Stardew Valley desert, basically. Get around 300 sunny days per year. But when it rains, it rains. It's funny because that's right near Seattle where it always fucking rains, was always my... That is so strange. Interesting. Must be a big state to have such a wide range of weather. Oh, there's one ginger hiding here. The poles are also deserts. So technically. Does it ever snow at the poles? Or is it just straight up like no precipitation whatsoever? Not technically, they are. Well, I mean, technically as in by definition. Sure. We've got... That's a lot of ginger. Wow, we got a lot of ginger today. Where is my husband? Oh, there he is. What the hell? Where did he go? I just watched Shane, like, clip through me, and I have no idea where he actually went. Okay, whatever. I don't care.
Zay Pedro subscribed on YouTube.
Thank you for subscribing, Zay Pedro. I very much appreciate that. I always learn so much from you guys. I really appreciate you guys not, like, ripping on me for not knowing stuff. I'm so curious. I love learning. I don't socialize nearly enough, so it's good to have an opportunity to talk to people who know stuff that I otherwise wouldn't have the wherewithal to look into. I try to log as much of this information as I can. So you're saying that in that area, the mountains create areas known as rain shadows. Going over the mountains causes the air to lose all its moisture before it gets to the other side. The Sierra Nevada mountain range has good examples to lush forest ranges and dry desert basins. That does make sense. Obviously, the moisture would be that. Okay, no. I'm thinking about it like in a intuitive sense. Since the mountains are so high, the moisture would get caught on the mountain before it would ever actually be carried over in whatever clouds were forming. Something to do with the way that clouds form at lower altitude. Is that the idea? I don't know. Here we go. More stuff I don't know. You think you're behind generic fruit? You might be. Could be a little lag. My stream seems to be pretty consistent. Oh, don't worry. No apologies. You're good. All right. I think we've talked enough about deserts and oceans, I guess. What are some other things? Let me think here. Yeah, let's talk about clouds. I'm with it. Let's carry on the clouds. Clouds form at higher altitudes and then drop lower as they gain water from the air. That's because they become denser. Then they rain and float back up. My Twitch is spazzing. I gotta restart or something. Oh, shit. I hope it's not me. My bitrate seems to be fine. I have not dropped any frames, so it may be on you guys' side. There's a couple people reporting it, though, so it makes me wonder. Ah, yes. I will start the bet. Thank you for reminding me. .8%. Did I write that down? 9.8. That's kind of why I make the predictions a 5-minute buy-in, is because that way, if anybody's lagging or their stream is spazzing, they'll be able to at least catch up and still get their prediction in. What do you guys think? What's better so far? Do we like golden animal cracker grinding more, or do we like golden mystery box grinding? Let's be real. Let me get a pulse. Somebody give me a pulse. I bet we hate both of them. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. I'm feeling it. That's what I feel. Yes. I hate them both. Yeah, I'm about tired of it too. I'm about sick and tired of this fucking challenge. I don't know why I did this. Video is gonna be a banger, but at what cost? I said to myself when I started streaming that it was always supposed to be just it's somewhere that people can interact with me while I'm grinding for the YouTube. The YouTube's the most important thing. I was going to do this grind anyway for YouTube. The fact that I'm doing it live is just kind of like a fun idea I had that would let people interact and catch up on the challenge live. So I never feel too bad about stuff being grindy. I still don't feel too bad. I think if anybody's feeling exhausted by this grind, you're right there with me, and that's kind of the whole YouTube challenge thing. Like if you're someone who makes gaming challenge videos on YouTube, you're gonna be sitting through shit like this for hours and hours that nobody's ever gonna see. So the fact that I make it possible for you guys to see me doing this live, you know, it's not necessarily like gonna be the most entertaining thing in the world sometimes, and I know most of you understand that. I'm glad you guys give the stream a shot, that you hang out. There's probably more entertaining content you could be consuming right now, but here we are. I do the best I can to keep the talk show vibes going. But in general, this is the grind. So if you're feeling that exhaustion, this is it. This is what people go through to make those 40, 50-minute videos that keep people so entertained. Not just me, but pretty much everybody who makes decent content on YouTube is doing this. If it's a challenge perspective. Oh yes says, I just had my own personal pizza party. Well, thanks. Thanks for finally joining us in that regard. Remember, you cannot request reimbursement from Shiftesque Industries. I can't wait to raise my fist in triumph, though. I really can't. Should do some decoration. Should do some decoration. What do you mean? The pineapples are the best decoration. Pineapples look fantastic here. They're gorgeous. Gorge. What kind of pizza did you have, oh yes? Are your children going to be named Pine and Apple? No. You mean real life or in game? No, neither. Unpickle, run pickle. Unpickler, unpickled? Oh, Unpickler, unpickled. Okay, yeah, that's your name. That's a strange name. So I was interested by the title. I've never seen your videos or streams before, so I think it's obvious I have many questions. What the hell is happening? Just to clarify, the title on YouTube is the same title as on Twitch, guys. I could snap my fingers and these orphans would all cease to exist. So the gist of what we're doing here is we're grinding for a Stardew challenge. I'm making a YouTube video. The video's challenge is basically what's the maximum daily revenue cap you can make in Stardew Valley. Basically, what's the most ridiculous farm you can make? And the one that we've concluded on and modeled involves 204 deluxe coops filled with golden animal crackered golden chickens. So to get all the crackers, we need to obviously devise the most efficient way to do it. And after some careful planning and design, we've determined that the best way to get all those golden animal crackers is to abandon 100 children and then just grind them over and over again at the witch's hut by making use of an Easter egg. So that's what we've been doing. And when the title says, you know, I could snap my fingers and these orphans would all cease to exist, that's basically the gist. Yeah, I mean, my iridium needle is me snapping my fingers and the orphans are ceasing to exist. And I am Thanos. Anyone remember the pineapple apple pin video or just me? I actually do remember that. But that was brain rot before brain rot had really taken hold on the world. You thought your iridium needle was your dick? Oh, well, that's very appropriate, and it's not. I do remember, that's horrible now, because in context, I do remember saying, "You want to see my iridium needle" was the title of one of the videos. One of the streams. Yeah, that sounds suggestive. Oh, really? I'm sorry, I never thought about that. I didn't realize it was suggestive. I apologize if you were in any way, if you felt uncomfortable, because that was not my intention when I made that title. I genuinely wanted to know if you wanted to see my iridium needle. I found a What Does the Fox Say t-shirt at Goodwill and had flashbacks. That was so old.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Horseradish is not an instrument either.
That's exactly why I picked the title, by the way. Unpickler. I'm gonna call you Pickle. I did it, Pickle, because I've noticed that there's a large overlap between people who appreciate Thanos and people who appreciate highly optimized capitalist content for Stardew videos. So I had a feeling that starting a theme of titling the streams after Thanos quotes would go over well and probably expose the stream to a few people who might actually be genuinely interested in this. It seems to have worked in the past, so I tried it again tonight, and yep, looks like it's working. I mean, YouTube's been pretty steady in terms of viewers concurrently. YouTube popped off once. I mean, we were getting like 40, 60, 100 viewers at one point, and now we're back to like the 10 viewer model. YouTube's very sporadic. Oh yes, you know what a needle looks like too, bro. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. The title gives off Technoblade vibes. That is like such an honor to be compared to Technoblade. I love that. Thank you very much. I just think it's funny. You guys should see the thumbnail over on YouTube. There's no thumbnail on Twitch. Hang on, I'll show you. This is the thumbnail that I am rolling with on YouTube right now. It's a direct Thanos quote. I could snap my fingers and yada yada. Mrs. Shift with the face palm. They can't sue. I didn't put Thanos' face. Very lifelike. I spent way too long on that. I was in Photoshop just putting a thumbnail together because I wanted to update the live thumbnail that I do. And it just it took me like 20 minutes to get that get that right, and it was like just a major time save. I was gonna start the stream like 15 minutes earlier, and I was too busy doing that stupid shit. When the first words at someone's disappointment are they can't sue, she hears that all the time.
Heist93 says, now I am an evil wizard, and evil wizards are very evil.
Oh no, Fred.
However, I cannot be evil because I do not have any magic because it isn't real. How unfortunate that it isn't real, because if I had magic I would rewrite the code so all the orphans can one-hit kill him. It would be very funny and would ruin his run. Actually never mind, I don't want to watch him fish for 500 hours. I take back everything I said, MB gang. Anyways, how's life going?
Okay. I mean, yeah, you could theoretically change the code pretty easily. You probably just have to change one field. And that would be like the damage they deal field, but thankfully, you can't do that, magic or otherwise. And yeah, I think this grind would be insurmountably... there's no way. I'm so glad we found this method because there's just no way I would fish for 2,500 golden animal crackers. I actually don't know if I would do it. I think I would quit the challenge. Thank goodness for this method. How's life going? Good. Life's going great, in fact. I'm having a great time. I am really looking forward to taking a couple of days off work next week. I have been just going. I haven't taken a single day off work, guys. You know what I do? You know what my days are like, guys? I work, and then I stream, and then I go to sleep, and then I wake up, and then I work, and then I stream, and then I go to sleep. And that's fine. I'm having a great time. I like having the extra tasks to do because I don't like being bored and having nothing productive to do. But it is tiring, and the only reason I haven't taken time off work, even though I have plenty of it to take, is because I am waiting for someone who's on maternity leave to get back so that they can back up my work, so I can actually take some real meaningful time off. I'm looking to try and take like 2 or 3 days off next week, because they're going to be back on Monday. And if I do, perhaps you guys will get some longer streams at more sporadic hours next week. We'll see. I certainly want to keep grinding this challenge out and get this challenge frickin' done. So, that may be in the future next week. No sane person should have more than like 25 crackers. Well, I could see needing like 100 if you were going to max out a bunch of fish ponds and you wanted to like empty them out regularly. They are pretty useful for the 999 challenge because some of the stuff that fish ponds produce, you get double production on, but once you empty the pond, you lose the cracker forever, so you need a lot of them because you probably are going to empty your fish ponds multiple times over the course of that challenge. But yes, a normal person would not need more than like 25 golden animal crackers, I agree. So if you think about it in Stardew lore right now, he has over 100 dead children that he endlessly tortures in the afterlife. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what we do here. In fact, you know, we've made that part of our identity over a month ago at this point. This entire challenge has been torturing the abandoned and bound souls of children. Orphan children, by the way. What's the point of even getting all this money post-perfection now that I think of it? Like, more than 10 mil is freaking enough. It's a spectacle. It'll make a good YouTube video. I also want to buy a sea of golden clocks just because I can. I think at that point I will certainly be done doing capitalist challenges in this game. Because there won't be any mountain left to climb, you know? And then we can do other hardcore challenges. I really am looking forward to doing the 1 HP challenge. I want to do all the monster eradication goals with 1 HP. I'm really confident we can do it, guys. I actually think it'll be so fun to do. I think it'll be a great challenge. I'm really looking forward to doing it next. 1 HP, the entire run. If I lose that 1 HP, it's over. The run's over. If we lose the run, we have to restart. Hardcore 1 HP, all monster eradication goals challenge. Deathless, yes. Like Dark Souls, absolutely. Can I do some sprites for your videos? I have sprites already. So you can make fan art. You can totally make some fan art. You can make some transparent sprites. If I like them, I might even use them. I have no problem with that. But I did get some character model artwork done for all my future videos. And that's courtesy of Tenya, who I've paid a lot of money to, and who is a very kind person and a great artist from Fiverr, who I approached. Like hardcore, 1 death. Yeah, we'll restart the whole run if we die. 1 HP the entire game. Yes, a bat will come from nowhere and grace you and you die. It would be so freaking funny. Well, that's the thing. The thing about a challenge like that is that it'll help me train my early game mechanics, and it'll also just be fun to watch. It won't be this. You guys are gonna actually like it'll be fun to watch. I guarantee it will be a much more thrilling ride than this. And it'll make a great YouTube video. I actually love the idea. I just have to find a way to mod it in so I'm always stuck to 1 HP. And then we don't need anything beyond that. I'll just like delete the save file if we die. That would be the idea. There will be a lot of group theory discussions about it. It will probably evolve into something weird like this. What are you talking about? You should be able to buy oil rigs off the shore of Ginger Island once you have this much money. I agree. I wish there was something I could buy with all the money I've made. It will be a duffel. Oh, the monster challenge? Yes, the monster challenge may the Dougies are going to be horrendous. I've already thought about that. The Dougies are going to be like, I can't walk on tillable dirt in the mines. Like, it is insanely dangerous when you think about it, because you only need to defeat 30 of them to get the eradication goal. So I'm strongly considering starting the runs out and getting rid of them early because they're so dangerous, and then committing to never ever, like at any point, walking on tillable soil in the mines, just to avoid that from happening. Like, the Dougies would be the barrier to starting the rest of the challenge, basically, because they're that big of a problem. You can farm them with bombs, but bombs are dangerous. Exactly. Anyways, as I said earlier, it's literally the orphans' fault that this is happening to them. Only 14 crackers that time. Oh, sorry, believers. You're not getting paid for that one. 14. All right, so far we've done 13 grind days, and our average is 20.84, right about in line with what I estimated it would be. We got to exit the title so we can load and delete all the crap over there. I will have nightmares about the Dougies. If you blow up tilled soil where a Dougie would be, and there's a Dougie there, do you get the eradicate? Like, does that count as a kill? Also, they are the ones who are deciding to come back and haunt me. Yes, it is their fault. Blame it on the orphans. It's their fault for trying to haunt me after all. I just innocently was trying to abandon them. Now, fuck me, right? I gave them access to heaven, and they didn't want it. Instead, they wanted to stay here forever and try to kill me. That's on them. That's not my fault. I just finished my 300 staircase skull cavern run and ended with 900 iridium ore and 0 auto petters. 14 prismatic shards. Wow, that's incredible. I would like a challenge that forces me to get disgustingly good at deep skull cavern dives. It's basically just animation canceling smoothly and obviously trying to defeat monsters as quickly as possible. That's the secret. I don't know if everybody knows this, but the secret to finding ladders is really just defeat all the monsters on the floor, and your odds of finding a ladder whenever you break a rock go up tremendously. Explosive ammo is very, yes. Yeah, explosive ammo will help. Explosive ammo is massive, yeah. Should we adopt a baby? Yes, we should. That'll be dub number 105. George and Evelyn are over 20 years, probably. 120 years? By now, yes, they are. Interesting. My relay bot is working now, and I don't want to miss... Yeah, I don't want to miss people yapping in YouTube. All right, I'm just going to have to filter manually by looking at you guys a little closer. All right. Oh, we got another lucky day. What do we got? 9.7%. That's enough for me. George and Evelyn probably break world. Oh, wait, hang on. What do we got? We're on year 43. Yeah, they got to be like 120 years old. Yes. Oh, yes. I would die from any explosion. So that's why that for Venton specifically, Venton's talking about wanting to get good at Skull Cavern. Like, using the Master Slingshot with explosive ammo is the best way to approach Skull Cavern, objectively. But for the 1 HP run, we definitely cannot trifle with explosive ammo. We would have to use rocks or I guess Iridium late game to maximize the damage that we're doing with the slingshot. The slingshot's going to be a major part of the 1 HP run. And I'm actually considering a dagger, but I don't know. I'm a little on the fence about the dagger, honestly. I mean, the dagger, you run the risk of letting a monster get too close and clip you, and then the whole run's over. But you can one-shot most monsters with it. You're just dependent on crits, so it's kind of a balance game in terms of that. The Iridium Ore Slingshot will be important, but the trouble is with the Iridium Ore Slingshot, the ammo's expensive. Very expensive. I don't know what year Mantis is on. She said it once, and I can't remember what it is. Sword block might be the way to go. I'll start the next prediction, guys. 20 golden animal crackers today. Bats and bugs aren't so scary if you can just run. Yeah, speed buffs are going to be very important. For sure. I would definitely have spicy eel and espresso for all intents and purposes. Believe it or not, the dust sprites are going to be a wild card. They're going to be very troublesome. The dust sprites are fast and annoying because they're in packs, so it's hard to defeat them. And I was thinking about this playing my casual world with Mrs. Ship, grinding the dust sprites. I was like, these are actually a pretty difficult Pretty difficult grind. I mean, the way they spawn and the way they path to you, I mean, you gotta really take your time. Is there a menu that shows how many cursed dolls you killed? I don't think so. But at this point, I actually was trying to do the math to estimate based on how many golden animal crackers I've dropped. I have to first figure out the drop rate of golden animal crackers, and then based on how many we have, I should be able to estimate how many I have dispatched, yes. I just haven't done the math yet because I'm waiting to do it for the script. Don't cursed dolls count as bats? Yeah, actually, they do. You know what? We'll go check it next day that we're not grinding and see how many we've done in. That's a good... Yeah, I forgot about that. You're right. It's probably a number that just expands off the side of the board. Yeah, you can get a pretty close estimation from it. I gotta figure something out with my chat bot here, guys. Give me a second. Relay, where are you? Why is that not working? All right, I'll just have to keep an eye on YouTube chat. The trouble with my combined chat is that I'm relaying to both, so I'm getting like double the messages when I look at the combined chat that I have here from streamer.bot, and that's really annoying. It's cluttering the chat for me, but unfortunately, for some reason, the code that I have is not taking YouTube messages and spitting them out in Twitch chat, which is what I normally look at to avoid the duplication issue. So now I'm missing YouTube chats that aren't being relayed over to what I'm looking at over here, which is the main place that I view chat. So I'll just have to glance over to YouTube, and I'll figure this out tomorrow. I don't care about it right now. I'm gonna say 740,000. It's possible. Maybe it is. Hang on. Ah, yes, right there. Yeah, thank you, Generic Fruit. You know the mod better than I do. 585,272. That is how many... I think we've definitely completed the eradication goal. You guys should actually email Concerned Dave's business email and tell him to do that. That would be a great idea. But wait a minute, doesn't the monster eradication goal do that? I think the monster eradication board will show you all those figures. So, is it every monster type? That's just that's the only question. I think it is. Or maybe it breaks it down by specific kind of bat or whatever. I think you might just have poor connection fruit. Green slimes, red slimes, dead kids, you know, the usual. It would help to see exactly how many, but yeah, 585,000 sounds about right. I have to double check my math, because the math I was coming out with was like every 3%, it's not right. I have to double check my math for the golden mystery box drops. Because I came out at 3% of every kill would net the 32,000 I need. But 3% would be at 1.1 million total kills, and that's just not right, since we only have 580 whatever, and we've definitely gotten at this point almost 50,000 golden mystery boxes. So yeah, it's not something about my calculation is wrong. It's probably closer to 6%. Of course, I could probably use the figure to just estimate at this point. Around 6.8%. Yeah, that's way closer. Why is it 20 million pixels now? What do you mean? Dead Orphan 6, The Capitalist Uprising.
It's gonna be totally wicked.
No, 6.8% is pretty close, but I would say like we were probably nearing like 480,000 when we got our 40,000 golden mystery box, so I would think closer to 10%. There were boxes that made other boxes, yes. Yep. I actually didn't factor in how many exactly. I could go back and audit it, but it's just easier to take the game's calculations that are published and just figure them out. The trouble with the wiki's published drop rates is that they use luck and daily luck interchangeably within the same formula, but I honestly have no idea what they're using. What is their percent base, if it is the best mathematical way I can say it? Like, what is their... Because 12.5% daily luck, it just says times daily luck in the formula, and I'm like, okay, is that 0.0012.5? Is that 0.125? What is the number? You know, I should be off by a factor of 10, one way or the other. If I am off by a factor of 10 in daily luck terms, then it should be 119,000, which is wrong because I got 1.1 million. So it also says total luck buff. So daily luck and total luck buff factored into it. And it's like, okay, how are you calculating total luck? Is it 0.09 for my case because I have a +9 luck buff? Is it 9? I have no idea, and it doesn't expound on that. So I'm basically just plugging numbers in until I see something that's close to what I actually have in front of me. I'm like, okay, maybe that's the way to do it. Man, that 202 out of 204 is bothering me. Good. That rage bait will engage you, because we're not going to get those until the very end at this point. I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not opening another golden mystery box until everything else is done. We'll add them at the very end. That's me and ADHD. Oh, man. Oh, don't you like that sound? Hold it off until it's in your face. That's exactly what I do. Well, it's not that, yeah, I mean, I obviously want to finish that part of the challenge so I can remove, but you know, the counter needs to stay there anyway for people who are just tuning in and have no idea what we're doing to see that we got 204 auto petters. Procrastination is bad. You should just do the things you need to do quickly so you don't have to do them later. That's what I say. Then you don't have to remember to do it. It's a win-win. Oh man, that was the late one. Where are my golden animal crackers? What the fudge? Oh, man. Yeah, but it's harder in practice. One of the best things I did for my professional career is adhere to the rule of if it takes 5 minutes or less, just fucking do it right now. And believe it or not, most jobs that you do require a bunch of tasks that take 5 minutes to do. Unless you're doing some kind of highly complex work. If you're working in an office or in some kind of desk job, you probably have a lot of 5-minute tasks, or tasks that take 30 minutes, or tasks that take an hour, whatever. They don't take you the whole day. And the best thing you can do for yourself is do them right, do them quickly, do them now, and then you reap the rewards of that. And then you have like 4 hours at the end of the day to kick your feet up and watch YouTube videos on your phone.
Attention Shift. Mrs. Goddess Empress God Emperor Shift has issued a legally binding hydration order.
Thank you, Mrs.
Compliance
Goddess
is
Empress.
Mandatory.
Appreciate that, baby. Oh man, that one's wet. Wet burp. Or you'll get fired for touching your phone, so you drag 4 hours of work out into 8. Oh boy, here we go. Time for me to get opinionated. I fucking hate micromanagers who, like, honestly, do you really think any manager who expects you to constantly look like you're busy in a job that's centered around like office work and goals and tasks rather than like actual hourly labor, like, you're not working at an assembly line. You're not fucking assembling toys or packing meat where the hours actually translate directly into product produced. You're probably doing an office job. You're probably dealing with spreadsheets or answering emails or managing around meetings and attending said meetings that could probably also just be emails. Like, any manager who gets up your ass about using your phone on the clock, but knows that all your work is done, is a stupid manager and is probably just power tripping. Or is trying to find something to do with their time instead of just, I don't mean to say this, but just get on the fucking phone. I don't know, pass the time one way or another. I feel bad for people who have bosses like that, Benton. I do. I think the boss isn't forcing you to fake busy, it's just office culture and peer pressure. I had a coworker when I used to go to the office every day who would, I shit you not, have TikTok open and her AirPods in the entire day and would just have it open on the side while she was doing her work. Moondog says, I'm packing meat. Stop it right now. Get out. That's just addiction? Yeah, well, it's not cool. And she's still employed, by the way, so... And, you know, she does get her work done for what it's worth. So I just think managers who always want to see you busy at an office job, but you're not actually producing anything but results, they first of all don't understand what they're in charge of, which is a shame because they're a manager. But they also don't understand people and time mechanics around work. I get work done quickly, so I have more time to myself. But I don't rush it, I get it done correctly, and I find the fastest way to do my work efficiently and correctly. That's how I do things. And then that way I have more time to do other stuff that I want to do efficiently and correctly. Yeah, sorry. Mermaid came on. She wasn't supposed to do that. Here, you can think about Fector's challenge now. Okay, maybe my screen addiction is not as bad as I thought. Shit, he says. Here, this will help you. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at my screen time today, and it's drastically down since I started doing streams. I mean, I used to spend a lot of time just scrolling on X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram. And now my screen time's down to about 2.5 hours per day. At least this week it is. And that's still, like, fuck off time that I've spent either on Instagram or X or on Robinhood looking at some stocks and charts. Not often, but just poking around on there. You know, it adds up. Having screen time like around the 3-hour range, I think, is acceptable. It's kind of like people who used to smoke 10 cigarettes a day in the 50s or 60s. Like, yeah, you smoke, but you're not like those people who are on their phone 16 hours a day, who are smoking 5 packs of cigarettes a day. You said applause. Alrighty, good night, Mule. Thanks for visiting the stream tonight and spending some time with us over on YouTube. Yeah, it's 2 hours because, you know, I find things to do. And I've been playing Stardew with Mrs. Shift. So my screen time is not lower than anybody's. My screen time is just low on my phone. My screen time is actually probably higher than everyone's here because I work remotely, so all my work is done on this screen. And then I stream on this screen. And then guess what? I'm playing video games with Mrs. Shift on this screen. And when I'm not doing that, I'm watching TV at night. My screen time is definitely like 12 hours a day at least. But it's not on my phone. $16 hours a day MMO days were common. Yeah, that's still common today for everybody who's not out of that yet. It's too much. Too much of a good thing is not good. Boy. A couple of bad back-to-back golden animal cracker days. We've only gotten 13 today. You'd go back right now? Don't do it. Or you'd go back right now and slap yourself in the head for doing it. I just think that people are too hard on themselves. I mean, they say that basically short form content is a way to speed up time, and they're not kidding. I mean, how many of you guys, when you wake up, the first thing you do is pick up your phone and scroll a little bit? Just to kill like 5 minutes or 10 minutes and help you wake up. You know what used to be that thing for people? It used to be cigarettes. They'd roll over and smoke a cigarette. Industrialization and the routine of working in the modern day pretty much demands you to have some form of quick dopamine fix to justify all the stupid shit you have to deal with on a regular basis. You were like 20 with no responsibility or accountability, so mostly I just want the infinite free time. Yeah, that I can understand too. I had that once myself. What did I do with it? Piss it away. Only 13 crackers today. Ugh. I used to love multiplayer games. I really did. 13 means you doubters win. We'll do like one more day at the hut, and then I'm gonna call it a day. What do we have? I don't even know what our luck was yesterday. I've just been guessing. 13. Gotta exit. I average 4 to 7 hours, but I read a lot on my phone. That's how I'm justifying it. Podcasts. A lot of people watch podcasts on their phone, and that's literally just listening to people talk. It's not even like the high RPM dopamine fix that TikTok or Instagram Reels are. hate when I'm trying to gift a pineapple to my husband, or fuck. Let me start over. I hate when I'm trying to gift a whole pizza to my husband and I accidentally pick one of the pineapples in our kitchen. Who else but shiftesque? I'm gonna go pick some ginger. Just need more ginger ale. Audiobooks and NPR? NPR? I like the Joe Rogan experience for a good old, let me just listen to something for 2 hours, 3 hours. Depends on the guest, though. If the guest is a snoozer, I wouldn't listen to it. It's been a while since I listened to that, though. Oh no, another pineapple casualty. 25 going on 96, real. Yeah, I gotta be real with you. I feel like an old soul like that sometimes, too. You guys actually, when we were talking about Henry VIII yesterday and I didn't know that he was the King of England, you guys spurred me to find a YouTube video that explains the entire summarized history of England. It's like a 3-hour video that I have started listening to in breaks and moments where I have time to just listen. Mark my words, I will be an armchair expert very soon. Very soon. And then we'll have more talks about England. As soon as I learn what to say, what my opinions about it are. Space or paleontology podcast, maybe 5 hours a day. Yeah, podcasts are just blowing up lately. They're a cheat code. They really are. And that's what I like about Financial Audit. It's like a 90-minute, 3 times a week. Fun little Jerry Springer / financial experience. Don't shit on NPR. Sometimes you want bland, vaguely elitist political drama. Well, that's exactly what it feels like. It feels very pandery sometimes. Like they're trying to sell me something. And it's not even the advertisement, it's the show. But it's been a long time since I listened to NPR. When I was in college, I had a brief stint where I thought, oh, let me try this NPR stuff. Everybody I know seems to be listening to it. It mostly was just the girls that I knew that I wanted to hook up with. But anyways. Come on, give me a lucky day. One more day of cracker grinding. Then I can rest. Oh, that was Krobus's birthday. Oh, crap. I'm supposed to get back together with him. I should have given him a gift. Shit. You know what? Hang on. Hang on, guys. Do I have any spring seeds? Spring seeds, where are you? I know I've got a few of you. What the hell is this? I guess I don't. I gotta get some horseradish so I can gift him iridium quality horseradish. That's what I'm trying to do, guys. I just want to stock up on it. Crap. There's no shot I have any. Oh well, I'll have to wait for spring. It's free and tells me the news fairly straightforward. It's like stoner stuff for people who don't smoke weed, the goody nerd version of dude, did you hear, like Joe Rogan is for stoners? Yeah, that's fair. Dude, like, did you hear that, like, the US government apparently knows there's extraterrestrial life, but they don't tell us because they don't want to cause, like, a panic? Could you, like, imagine what that would do, like, stocks? Like, that's how I want my discourse. Oh my god, can we get a lucky day so I can actually go and grind more? Nope, not enough. Not lucky enough. Oh, hang on, we might have one. Yes, we do, 12.1%. Me AC is freezing me cojones off. Freezing me, I tell ya. I'm colder than a leprechaun with no hat. All right, All right, let's hit this. All right, no help there, that's fine. Hang on, wasn't there something I was gonna do? Oh no, that was check the eradication board. All right, guys, final prediction of the night. We'll roll it one more time. We got 2 really bad days, so we're probably due for a lucky cracker day where we get 20 or more. I would bet yes if I were a betting man, and I am a gambler. I'm a gambler. And NPR is like, here's 37 reasons why the government probably isn't hiding aliens, presented in the most monotone, by the most monotone people alive. Yes. It's like they look for the people who sound absolutely unenthused with everything in their life. That's what I noticed about it. But it is, you know, it's a taste. Who does it remind me of? It reminds me of one of the bland characters from... It reminds me of Ben Stein reading stuff. I think there was a character in Fairly Odd Parents who talked like all monotone like that. It may have been voiced by Ben Stein. Anyways, that's what it reminds me of, the people who are delivering some of the information. But it's probably still better than Liberty with Mark Levin. I think it's like Life and Liberty. God, that guy. You know, I try not to say stuff that's too juxtaposed one way or the other, but I think we can all agree that Mark Levin is... If you know who he is, you probably don't like him, and if you don't know who he is, it doesn't matter. Kind of like a Ben Shapiro. Anyway, listen to me go on and on. Also found an app that lets me listen to any radio station in the world, so sometimes I'll listen to French talk radio. See, I don't speak French, but that's probably what it sounds like. Napoleon. Escargot. Ethan Shear, 2 cents. More money. Oh, thank you very much, Ethan. I appreciate your 2 cents. So does the board have anything to vote on, by the way, guys? It feels like ever since we had the pizza party, the board has been pretty quiet about developments for the company. I'm just curious. Any ideas? Maybe propose a new water cooler? Maybe an ice cream maker in the break room? The pizza had a lot of horsey sauce. I'm sorry for your other end. You are the CEO, you have to call the meetings. They're on a team building retreat without you. I know, where the fuck is everybody tonight? Better vending machine snacks. What would you like the vending machines to be stocked with? Because currently they're stocked with nothing. Because we can't afford vending machine stacks. Snacks? Stacks? Same thing. Skittles? Skittles? Too many dyes. Would you take a packet of sugar? Come on, that'll get you going. They're very cheap to buy in bulk. Funyuns and Reese's. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go with those. Funyuns and Reese's and all the vending machines. Somebody give me a hammer so I can tap it like a gavel. Salt and erotic gummy candies. I don't know if we can do that. We might get sued for that. How erotic are we talking? Are we talking like phallic or just like underwear shaped? Salt and vinegar, anything? Yeah. Okay, I'm actually very hungry right now, guys, and this is not the conversation for me to be having right now when I'm very hungry. Those potato chips in that closet do not stand a fucking chance. Can we get a therapy dog that comes in on Wednesdays? Why Wednesdays? Is there something on Wednesdays that specifically triggers you that you need the dog for? I mean, why not every day? I personally support a therapy dog. I like this. Euphoria Season 3. I don't get this, but I know the show at least enough to understand the context of what you're saying, and all I can think is we probably should not have whatever it is you're referring to, gummy candies, in our vending machine at our establishment. The middle of the week pick me up. I like that. Can it be as long as it can be a golden retriever, I'm fine with this. Got fucking shit everywhere. We'll do vacuuming on Thursday. Casual Fridays, says Modern Day Neat. We can do casual Fridays. It's a shame we almost never stream on Fridays. I don't think we've ever done a stream on Friday. I don't believe Friday streams are in our future either, so I'm gonna have to strike this one down. I got a pet rock for my anxiety, but my rock has anxiety. You're a great board member. This is what I imagine the board members at Fortune 500s talk about. The company should provide medical marijuana for anxiety. We are based in... All right, let's say we're based in New York City. That way, that is perfectly legal. Perfect. You know what? We'll have a bar for it. We'll have like a hookah bar. We'll turn the old storage closet into a hookah bar. How's that sound, everybody? Guys, what is hookah? Am I using this correctly? My understanding is that hookah is good for hashish, which is a form of highly potent medicinal marijuana. Well, there goes my side income. Yeah, you're beat. No more selling it at outrageous prices in the bathroom stalls. Actually, I'm pretty sure that every dealer I've ever known, because I would never advocate for this, but definitely had prices that beat by a mile any actual legal establishment where one could purchase green flour. Delaware, good idea. Oh man, see that's what we. That's good board member, good brain cell. I like that. Yeah, we're a Delaware Incorporated company. I'll hook you up with my crack guy. What the fuck? Oh my god. Hookah is for smoking tobacco-flavored tobacco or sometimes cannabis, hashish, and opium. Yeah, I'm not Middle Eastern, so I didn't know. I knew it was a Middle Eastern thing, or foreign in general. We don't have much hookah here in America that I know of, so I had no idea. But I always assumed it was something like that, or maybe a cacophony of substances. Did y'all hear about Penn State? Oh, God. So apparently Penn State had a frat that was involved in dealing and providing a lot of hang on, this, right, this to I guess the campus, and one way or another they got found out, and now I think the headline I saw was Penn State frat alumni or whatever now in state pen for dealing Coca-Cola. Pretty good headline. The guy called himself Pablo Escobar. That doesn't even flow. Oh, Pledge Escobar, thank you. Okay, you missed the L, that's why. Pablo Pledge Escobar, love it. Thanks for the biddies. I like those biddies. Because frat, of course, I know the type. I was never in a frat, but I knew many young men who were, and I know the type. Even if they weren't dealing it, I know that level of bravado. Faceless bravado. Me? Yeah, I'm the kingpin. Pledge Escobar. Are you a pledge? Time for your hazing. You're gonna sell a kilo. Or you ain't getting in. I am sure that hookah places have select clientele. Mo! Oh my goodness! I thought we weren't gonna see you tonight. I thought you had finally found sleep in your life. I was happy for you, genuinely. I was thinking about it. I was like, Mo must be sleeping. Bravado, yes. Well, good morning, Mo. Today we grinded a lot of golden animal crackers, and we didn't do much else. I don't have the final count yet, but I think it was more than... I think it might have been more than 150. I'll have to do the final count. Not much else. It's been a pretty light stream in terms of burps. In terms of happening and funny moments, we've been pretty room temperature tonight. Well, until we started talking about snow. As a relatively recent college attendee, I can attest Coca-Cola is fucking everywhere now. I was terrified of Fent, so I never touched it, but it was everywhere. I wouldn't touch either. I wouldn't touch Coca-Cola, and I still haven't to this day, because I am a very addictive personality, and I know that stuff like that is incredibly, if you do it once, you're always going to remember it kind of thing. And my father, he actually knows a thing or two about it, let's say, and he has told me the same thing, like, it's not worth the time, because you'll want to give all of your time to it after you do it once kind of thing. So, yeah, I would not advise doing illicit substances of that caliber. It's certainly not for everybody, and it's probably not a dragon that you can tame the same way we were talking about taming tigers. That's a toughie. Yeah, nothing harder than the green flower. Money, I imagine it's a frickin' buttload in terms of cost. Maybe I've never done the dewdrops and mushrooms. Mostly mushrooms. Yeah, I've never done those.
Buffalo soldier!
I'm afraid I'll have one of those, like, breakthrough ones that changes my life forever. I don't need that right now. I'm in a pretty good place, mentally.
I have just one thing to say to you.
Buffalo Soldier. That was a good sound effect, Bull. I've almost started tuning them out sometimes, so I miss it when it's a good one.
Hey, Aaron, where are you? Where is Aaron right now? No Aaron, huh?
Here.
Oh, yeah. Why didn't you answer me the first time I said it, huh? I'm just asking, I said it like 4 times, so why didn't you say it the first time I said Aaron?
Because it's pronounced Aaron?
Son of a
Freaking love that one. I had to edit that one because it wasn't exactly like that, so I had to place all the stuff a little bit closer so it wasn't so long, but it came out good that way. Was that Randy Marsh singing Buffalo Soldier? You better believe it. Can you see his balls in the wheelbarrow in your head when you think about it? I can. Fucking classic. Take this advice from an old head, stick to the plant-based recreational. I agree. I've had my tangos with that one, and that's certainly, that was an easy cold turkey when the time came to stop partaking. Still haven't looked back. Been over a year. But coca leaf, never mind. Yeah, don't know. Hey, do y'all have a drink called Mogo Mogo? Never heard of it. I love that episode, but I don't remember that song at all. You should go back to the episode. He's walking away from the medicinal place with his balls in the wheelbarrow, smoking a you-know-what, and singing Buffalo Soldier, which is Bob Marley. Bob Marley. I don't know why I almost said it like a Boston. It's Bob Marley. Just gonna get a little bit of candy. Dad, what are you doing? Oh, you said, Dad's just gonna get a little bit of cancer, Stan. Just a little bit of cancer. Fucking hilarious. Mark Wahlberg. It's leaves soaked in gasoline? Is that Mogo Mogo? Wait, what? Oh, I have no, wait, what are you talking about, Brain Cell? I don't even know what that was referencing. Alrighty, well, head to bed. Have yourself a great night. We won't be live tomorrow. We might be live on Saturday. We'll see. I'll ping the Discord, so you'll be aware. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for always being a peach. Have a great night. Oh, cocaine is coca leaves soaked in gasoline. I had no idea that's how you made cocaine. I'm just now learning that that is what cocaine is. Yeah, 2 totally different conversations. So anyway. Isn't Mogo Mogo the hippo from Madagascar 2? I have no idea at this point. I'm totally lost. Basically, it has a lot of flavors, but my favorite is melon flavor, and in the drink there is coconut too. Oh, Mrs. Shift makes watermelon juice with our juicer when watermelons are on sale, and she mixes in coconut water. It's pretty good. Coconut milk, coconut water. The liquid come out the coconut. You have question? What is it? Damn, another poor pull in terms of crackers. I don't know if we're gonna get 20 guys. Might get 15. Is that fruit called melon in English? Well, it's watermelon, yes. We call it watermelon. Because it's so juicy. It's so juicy. Sure you lut? What does lut mean? background music. Tired of it after long enough. I want to hear the sweet sound of orphans getting stabbed, unfiltered, and raw. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really... We had a great day. We had like 34 crackers in a single day, which is a record. But we've also had 3 days since then where we only got about 13 to 15 each. So, yeah, a little bit of a mixed bag tonight. Again, I'd like to get to a point where we're getting about 150 golden animal crackers a day. I think we're pretty... I think we're pretty consistent at this point. So we should be able to pull that as long as we can replicate as many days as possible. But I think next stream I'm going to start building some coops because I want to get a little bit of a change of scenery. I'm tired of looking at these pineapples and all these angry children. What the hell did I walk in on, Benton? Cut a hole in the melon. You mean the grapefruit method? Has anybody ever heard of the grapefruit method? I know some of you have heard of the grapefruit method. I'll let you look that up online yourself. Oh God, why? I'm gonna fucking piss myself. Oh my God, I'm so fucking dead. Timeout streamer for 300 seconds. We needed it. It's been a long stream. Been a long stream with no ridiculous commentary like that. I was due for it. Don't look that up. Nobody look that up. Please don't look that up. You don't want to know what the grapefruit method is. There's no need for you to know that.
Stand up, all fat men, stand up straight.
See, I shortened it. I had the full song and I shortened it.
A bee just flew in through the window. Don't move.
Now look who's mayor. First order of business. Free honey for everyone. Yay, Mayor Bee, Mayor Bee, Mayor Bee. Ow! Oh, done stung myself. Bye, world.
Bye, world. I feel like I've lost my innocence since I've looked up the grapefruit method. Thanks, Shift. Listen, first of all, I've heard some of the shit you've said, and you didn't have much innocence left to lose. But, you know, I told you not to look it up. I told you I was just kidding. I really wanted to keep the full Fat Guy National Anthem, guys. I don't know if we can get a pulse on that, but I would definitely make the rest of... I would totally give you guys the full Fat Guy National Anthem if you guys told me to. 12:31. All right, so it looks like we've just passed the halfway mark, which is great on Golden Animal Crackers. Today alone, we managed to get, what did we get yesterday? 15? I honestly, I've been trying to keep track, but sometimes I just am bad at this. Today we got 129. So yeah, last time we did this, we got 128 and change. So yeah, just about on track. I'd like to get some days where we get 150, but it looks like our average for a 3-hour stream is about 125, which isn't so bad. But yeah, I think that's a stream, guys. I mean, I think it's about 9:57 p.m. We talked about some stuff, did some stuff, got some grinding done. I think tomorrow or Saturday, maybe if we get live, I'll try to do something, and maybe we'll do some deluxe coop building. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for having a fun time with me tonight, watching me do some more grinding and playing some sound effects in my ear. Thanks for all that, and obviously I'll give you guys the same spiel I always do. Make sure that you are wiping, not polishing, otherwise you get hemorrhoids. Call your mom, because she probably misses you. And yeah, have a great night, have a great weekend, and I will see you when I see you. I'm gonna play a new overlay, so let's see if it works. All right. What are you still doing here? Why are you still here? I did the whole outro thing. You should go. Leave. Good night. Bye.